guys, we are on a house wash today. This one is one that we do every 2 years. This is actually the second house that I ever pressure washed for the business, and we come back and do it every 2 years. So it's not a bad property. It's actually pretty easy. Of course, the first time I did it, I was using turbo nozzle because I didn't know what I was doing. And down here, I could get all that clean. You had all the mildew, and that turbo nozzle with that 2.5 degree or 2.5 gallon a minute machine would just go right up underneath there and get all that. Luckily, I didn't damage the vinyl when I used that. But then when I got up to here, I was just spraying, and it wasn't that bad. So live and learn, I guess. The more you're in business, the more you learn. But this isn't a bad property. We way out in the country today. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Man, that is pretty. But we got a little building. We got a house. Got a deck that we put stuff on, or that we're going to clean up. We always end up getting it. We don't do like a thorough cleaning on it, but it is always something. It really needs replaced, so anything helps it more so than anything helps it better than just nothing. So I always hit this. It always comes out real nice and clean. You'd think where this is at that it wouldn't get that bad, but it really does. So just gonna have the about the same pictures I have every year I do this one, but for anybody new following, I never did a video on it. But it's about 47, 48 degrees this morning. May take the bleach just a little longer to work. I mean, it might not. Definitely make sure you take pictures of that. But yeah, we showed up here, start pulling hoses, and the flooring company's here to do work on the inside of the house. So I'm starting over here at this other one, the other side. See, look. So I'm just trying to get what I can get done without holding them up, and they're trying to get wherever they can get without holding me up. So sometimes you're gonna have that with contractors, and you just do the best you can. So that's how this one's gonna go. Not real. I mean, so you got stuff like that. But just take before and after pictures, good ones, show what you got going on. It's really replace time with this. Just for the fact of how it looks. It seems like got it dripping from the top of the injector, and then some here. You hear my pump over there. I don't know if you can hear it or not. It'll make a noise every so often, but lie, guys, it's been so long since I've washed. I almost feel like I don't know what I'm doing. But it's just like riding a bicycle, it all comes back to you. I would probably, with this job, if the flooring guys wouldn't have been here, I would have ended up spraying all the landscape down and doing the wood first and getting the wood, get all the wood wet, and then hit it with a hot mix. And that's what I'd have normally done, but I'm trying to stay out of their way. So I'm going to get this building first, which won't take a second. They're taking stuff in the back side, so I'll pull the hoses around and start at that far end and come back around. So they'll have all their stuff moved by then. I'll be able to finish up. They'll go do what they got to do and come back and do what they got to do. So let's get this thing fired up and we'll see you guys shortly. Alright guys, back out here on this job 3 weeks later. I showed you this when we had washed this building, washed this house, the deck. Actually all the work we done, we trimmed the bushes up, cleaned the flower beds out. But sprayed the deck. Come out to do this job and there is a flooring company comes in as soon as I get here, 15 minutes after I'm here. And I talked to the guy and he said, well, if you could just let me get my stuff in, I'll be out of your way. And they're gonna put their stuff in right here. Go up, back up, go down the steps, go in the house. It's all right, cool. So I start there and then I go on the end of the house, the back side of the house, the front of the house, spray this deck. I get over to here, they're still here. Well, as I'm getting closer of spraying this deck, they leave, and I thought, all right, they're out of my way. That worked out pretty good because I told him I would have just rescheduled it. I didn't want to have to just do half of it, or me being their way or them being mine. So they back a little Dodge Durango up to them steps and start bringing out the wood. Well, how am I supposed to clean the deck, wash the house? How am I supposed to do any of that when they are bringing their flooring that they're getting up from here to here? So that was a little aggravating. Contractors should work with each other, try to work on things. This deck's really rough, and I thought I had an agreement with this one. You know, all I have left here is literally to spray half of this deck, the railing, and that part of the house wash. You know, maybe an hour. It'd probably take me longer to get the hoses pulled and everything set up than it will be for me to do the actual job. And then, you know, on top of that, luckily this is a repeat customer and a friend, but you know, this job sat here for 3 weeks because I ended up getting COVID, being quarantined. So just regular mildew, just a regular wash. It would have taken me, you know, maybe 30 minutes to finish this up. But those guys chose to bring 1 or 2 pieces of wood out at a time. And I didn't want to lose my cool. They knew what I was here to do. I knew what they were here to do. And so, long story short, I'm back out here 3 weeks later to get this done. So I could have went in and said, hey, can you guys just stay in here for like another hour? Just don't come outside. I could have done that, probably should have done that. But as mad as I was and upset as I was, I felt like if I go in there and talk, I may say something I don't need to. So I just got a little aggravated and said, heck with it, I'll finish the job the next week. The customer was fine with that. And, you know, of course I get COVID and stuff, and the rest is history, but we're here to finish today. So try to work with, you know, contractors if you're in a position to work with them. And, you know, If you can, do it. But if you can't, you can't. But I just wanted to share that. We did a house about an hour away from me, well, hour and a half actually, when we were working on foreclosures. We were doing a house wash, and there was a company showed up to paint, and a company showed up to put flooring down, and the water wasn't even turned on. So that was and none of the workers spoke English, so that was a hard one to kind of figure out. But just try to work with them. I don't try to be difficult for any reason. I just try to come to the job and do my job, and you know, go about my business. But I guess some things don't always go your way. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know I had shot part of this video before, and I could have edited it like everything was hunky-dory when I finished, but just wanted to talk about one of those things that come up when you're dealing with business and other people. So anyway, I'll show you when I'm done.